Flashlight at my camera for. So here we go again, and see where they're standing right there. They are legally, they're outside their little work site, and in Texas you have to be on where you got paid. And that guy over there was the same one that earlier that morning I called the federal cops and everybody else. Now the city cops are over here. Looks like they're harassing a guy, and the tall guard over here was shining his flashlight into my camera. Now why is that guard shining his flashlight into my camera? I mean, I tell you, you're living in a world where there's no more reason. What guard company they work for, I haven't the slightest idea what guard company they work for. But to be outside of their workstation, you are standing on City of El Paso property. In Texas, you should be standing on the contract, the address, the physical address that you've been hired to protect. You shouldn't be out in public. And again, I'm just acting as a monitor in El Paso, Texas. If nobody records, and this is obviously related to security at the federal checkpoint. So the guy again, it's another guy leaning against the wall. Oh, and I gotta worry about my taxi because I got a couple of hoodlums standing by it. So what I can tell is that it's a woman and a man, boyfriend, girlfriend trouble, husband, wife trouble. Yeah, so once I have the, there you go, those are the guards. And one of them was shining his flashlight right at my camera. And when they shine the flashlight on your camera, because they want to stop you from recording. So these little diablos over here trying to get near my taxi. And again, I don't know the company, the private guard company. See, those three right there are breaking the law. They're outside their work site. According to the state of Texas, they're breaking the law because they're outside their work site. That right there belongs to the state of Texas. If I had greater definition in the dark, to be able to identify their faces. The police seem to be walking away from the guy that they were called to deal with. We still have one guy. The bicycle, those are City of El Paso police officers. Here. No, there's not that much light. And that is irritating. A bunch of stupid guards shining their flashlight at my camera so I won't record the cops. And again, right there they're breaking the law. The police have driven away. Well, they're riding their bicycles away. And half of the time I believe that the reason that is because somebody's recording. Okay. If somebody wasn't recording, they're all getting ready. And the police should know that those security guards are breaking the law by standing there. So the ones that deal with people who break the law are the cops. The City of El Paso police should know that those guards should not be standing there. They have left their job site. In the state of Texas, you have to be on your job site, or traveling to your home, or traveling to your work site. But you cannot be just standing on property that is not where you were hired to protect. They were not hired to protect the island that belongs to the state of Texas. They were not hired by the City of El Paso to protect municipal property. So those three security guards right there are breaking the law. And the people standing right there next to them are police officers. They're the ones that should be telling them, you're breaking the law, you need to return to your job site. I don't know what there was a problem with the woman or the man or whatever. Doesn't matter. The issue here is I am concerned that people who are not trained with firearms being where they're not supposed to be. I would hate to think that something would happen and these untrained individuals will feel compelled to act and probably take an innocent life because they're just not trained. So what are they looking at him for? And again, those little security guards are breaking the law because they're not on their job site. And there's 2 State of El Paso police officers standing right there next to them. They should tell them, you need to stay on your job site. Because the woman's waiting for a Uber car. And that's got to be the Uber or Lyft car. And again, they're just standing there talking outside their job site, and you can get the silhouette, I guess. A car passes by, and you can, I guess, the faces. That can't be working for 24 hours a day. Just cannot be working 24 hours. You want to move along? There's nothing here for you. Shut up. Jeez. This little 20 years of dealing with these idiot taxi drivers, and every single one of them is just as bad as the other one. Does it involve him? Why the hell you got to put his ugly face here? And I'm not nice. Hell no. Be nice to these people? The hell with them. So what's the little tea party about? Again, my issue is those security guards are breaking the law because they're outside their work site. In the state of Texas, you have to be where you're getting paid to protect. They're working for the federal government. That little island belongs to the state of Texas. It doesn't belong to the federal government. And 2, the people who enforce the law, if I was standing in that medium with my firearm, they would come over and talk to me. But here you have 3 security guards breaking the law, openly breaking the law in front of State of El Paso police officers, and they're not telling them anything. They're not telling them to return to their job site. And again, they work for the federal government. They don't work for the state of Texas. They don't work for the State of El Paso. Well, I put fresh batteries in it, and I have 100. What that's called. I have enough memory card and enough battery. Now, there's nothing going on here, as far as I can tell, other than the need to have a little powwow with the security guards. But there's no crime going on here. There's a police officer talking on his cell phone over there. There's one leaning against his bicycle over here. There's some people standing right there, and they have the right to stand there because that's City of El Paso property. Doesn't belong to the federal government. So even though these guards come out and harass people that are standing over here, they have no right to do it. See, I've heard things from different countries. Here in America, all you are is a private security guard. That's it. You're not part of law enforcement. And again, they're standing outside their job site. They are outside their job site. So that means they're breaking the law. The uniform doesn't have anything to do with anything. Their little, what is that called? Their commission card has nothing to do with nothing. Doesn't give you the right to be outside of your job site. Unless you're going home, or from your home you're traveling to your job site. So this guy over here is on the cell phone. Surprised they haven't pulled out their flashlights and shined it at my camera. And I'm acting as a monitor. I'm protecting people's rights by being here with this camera. Making sure people are not being assaulted or harassed or having their constitutional rights violated, or their human rights violated for that matter. It is sad that people have to have that attitude. The attitude where they don't respect human life. Where they could care less about constitutional protections. So, if the woman is gone, and the so-called suspicious person isn't doing anything, why are the guards still here and why are the cops still here? So what are they going to go do? They're going to go throw the guy against the sidewalk now? I mean, he literally is in the city of El Paso. He's not in what I keep trying to get people to understand, federal jurisdiction. When you're on a military base or federal land, you're under federal jurisdiction. You literally are outside the United States of America. People don't understand that. So the little guards are walking back to the little job site. And they're always coming out here. The 20 years I've been here, this has to be a new guard company. I don't want to get close enough to even read the company name on it. But it's just a guard company. And they have to stay on their job site. When they come out here on municipal property, they have left their job site. See what they're doing with the little person over here. And again, he's on city of El Paso property. He's not on federal land. He's not on military land. He's in the city of El Paso. He can sit there. He can lean against that wall. And if I wasn't recording, it'd be a different story. It wouldn't be politeness. I wonder if they're going to take him into custody. They're not telling the people around him to move, so he can't be dangerous. If it was a husband and wife issue, I guess the wife would have to file charges. She left. Or the girlfriend, or whoever the woman was, she would have had to have filed charges. There you go. Took them long enough to try to hide their faces from the camera with a little flashlight. Jeez, I mean, what is the big deal? Can I help you? Bueno, ¿quieres taxi? Ahí está dentro el amigo. I mean, that's just pretty pathetic. On my mind, that's just pretty pathetic. What is an adult who has been given the responsibilities of law enforcement in a municipality need to shine a flashlight at a camera that's recording them? I mean, that's what you're hiding. That's what you're doing. What are you hiding from? What are you doing wrong that you feel the need to hide? I'm surprised it took them that long. Like, honestly, I'm surprised that it took them that long. Just a little bit of the law. If you're out in the public right of way, you can be recorded. That's the law. As simple as that is, if you're on the public right of way, you have no reasonable expectation of privacy. If you are a public employee on the public right of way, you can be recorded. So what's the big deal? If it was in the daytime, they wouldn't have a flashlight to shine at the camera to try to hide themselves. I don't need to ask them for ID. ¿Qué pasó, amigo? ¿Dónde vamos y cuánto paga?
No, sí, tengo que me llevar a la piedra de hecho por $16, tiempo 16.
Vámonos.